Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are gonna do a Cheetah Cup. This is and how I do it. Now this cup has seen its better days. It's coming off the cup. I did not prime it. This was one of the first cups I ever did, and I just wanted to see. Everybody says don't put it in the dishwasher, and so yeah, I don't follow rules until I prove it to myself that it's gonna be okay. And I did not do the bottom of this cup. Don't know why, just probably because I didn't know what I was doing. And it's chipping away here, and so someone requested that I make one, show you how I do it. So we're gonna do that today. I'll put this in my scrap pile. I'll get my what is this? It is a wood burning tool with an X-Acto blade on it. So I'll turn this on, I'll get it hot, I'll cut it in strips, and then I'll do a blowtorch to it and I'll pull those strips off, and then clean off the residue and redo this cup for something else. But this was mine, for personal use, just for testing, and you can see how I didn't do such a great job. But anyways, Cheetah Cup. I've got Mod Podge. This one is gloss. It's almost empty. It's the only jar I've got left, so I'm just using it. I poured some in a cup. I've got I think this is a 2-inch brush. I'm going to use it to apply to my cup. And here's my cup. It was a sample cup. I'm not worried about it. I spray painted it. It doesn't look the greatest, but it doesn't matter because this is all going to get hidden by the glitter. So I've got some bumps. There's no worry about it. So let me grab a glove really quick so I don't get Mod Podge on my hand. I hate Mod Podge. The stink is awful. So I tend to do glitters with epoxy method, putting some on and then sprinkling on. So I've got all these extra fine glitters. I just got them at Walmart. I've got 24 karat gold, chocolate diamond, and onyx. Less than $3 for these jars. I think it was like $2.97. So I'm going to take the lids off because I'm just going to pour straight from there, and then it'll be easier to put the glitter back in when I'm done. But the first thing I'm going to do now is try to apply Mod Podge to the entire cup. Sprinkle the gold on, let it dry, and then we'll come back and we'll paint on the cheetah marks. So we'll get some on here. Get some on the bottom this time, because this time we're going to do the entire cup. I'm not sure what size this cup is. It's a double stainless steel that I got from Walmart because that's where I was buying my cups from at the time, and I still do buy them from there. I can't see where I stopped and started. I got glue on my paper. That's all right. So what we'll do is we'll just get this on best we can. Sprinkle on, and we'll probably have to do 2 coats, which is fine. It'll just I'll just pause the video during that time. So we're going to sprinkle on the gold glitter. I'm going to go excessive here. It doesn't matter to me because I just dump it back into the container when I'm done. But my hope is that I don't have to do a second coat on this. Hang on one sec, let me get my stick. I'm going to put the stick in here. Give it a shake. It looks pretty good. And you know what? We're not going to do a second coat. What I'm going to do is I'll find spots like this one and this one, and I'll put a cheetah spot over it. There's a spot right here. We'll put a cheetah spot on that. So okay, so we're gonna let this dry, and I'll be back maybe an hour. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, we're back. Let me get my chair situated here. It's sticking on something. Okay, we finished with the gold. And that's dry. So I'm going to put my glove back on. And now I got this. And I just have an old ratty brush. It's a point. So we're going to do the brown part next. Now I don't have this brown anymore because this was just a little tiny tube. So I'm going to use this chocolate diamond. Oop, oop, oop. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint the spots. So I got a spot here that is a little bit white. So we're just going to paint just an oval kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Ah! So we got one. Now there's one right here we have to do. Okay. I don't see anywhere else. So now we're going to just paint. Excuse me. I wanted to blow off that. I've got green glitter in my gold. How did that happen? Oh well. Alright, so now we're going to just paint some circles. Varying sizes because those cheetah prints are not perfectly round. They're all random. So now I'm going to do an oval one, and it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go over the edges with black. Put one here. And I'll do another one here. This one I'm gonna do like a kind of like a heart. That green glitter's driving me nuts. Okay, so now I scraped some gold off there, so I'm going to put a print right here, just big enough so that when I do the black, that'll cover that up. And that one looks kind of like a half circle. Do another one here. Get that on there before that dries. Okay. And if you make one and it's too big, it's okay, just go over it with black when you get ready to cover it. Make this one kind of look like a triangle. I'm going to put just a little tiny spot right there. And another one right here. It's just random. That's all it is. Okay, I see a spot right there. I'm going to cover that. You can do the bottoms just like you do the sides, because when someone tips up their cup, people are going to see that. They're going to think, oh cool. Let's see how I can shift this. Okay. You just want to give yourself room for the black, and if you don't give yourself room for the black, that's fine too. You'll just go over the brown a little bit, but we'll get to that when we get to the black. Because I'm trying not to crowd this, but I see where I am getting a little close on some of them. But it's all good. I'll make this one look like a comma. Because when I did this cheetah print, originally, I just Googled cheetahs and looked at images to see what it actually looked like. I'm going to make that one look kind of like a comic tee. And we'll do one more here, and we'll do a U. Because the cheetah prints are all different. Then it's almost like none of them are the same. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'll put a small one right here on the end. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so let me shake this. And what I'll do is, when this is dry for the next one, I will go in and I gotta wash. Remind me to wash out my paintbrush. What was I saying? Something about the... Oh, I can't remember. I'm getting old. This is terrible. I wish I could remember because I thought it was important to tell you. Oh, I remember now. I will take a brush, and if I see any brown where I don't want it, I'll lightly brush that off. So I will see you probably in another hour or so. Well, just a second for you. All right? See you in a bit. Okay. This is dried. Now I got a smaller paintbrush. Actually, I have two different ones. I don't know what kind of control I'm going to need, so I'm going to try this one first. So I'm going to cover up this spot right here. And I want to make sure that I get around. This is the detail part that takes a little bit longer. Right here, I think. You want to make sure that your black glitter is going to cover over the brown. And this one we're going to leave open. And then just tap. This is the only black I have, so I think it's the only black I have. I'm pretty sure. It has kind of a, oh sorry, I kicked the tripod. It has kind of a blue tint to it. But this is all I do. I'm gonna leave not leave. I'm going to make this one a solid one. But you know, that's too round for me. You guys can do whatever you want. You can leave it open. You can make it round. I'm not liking this glitter. Too blue. Well, it's a new cheetah. Alright, I'm gonna I don't recall doing that there, so I'm gonna cover that up. I don't like that. This one, we're going to paint like this. Oop, almost stuck it in the glitter. And then we're going to make another U right here. Because like I said before, cheetah prints are not, there's none the same. you can, I'm gonna go out, cover that green piece of glitter that I don't like. I'm just painting. I'll try to do two here, two at once. I don't want this to dry on me because I'm not applying as thick a layer as some of the others processes. I was getting glue up in my ferrule, so I wiped it out. Let's try one more here. Excuse me. You can see how you can wipe the excess off so that you can keep your gold showing. So let's shift it a little bit. Get the bottom one here. And we'll get this one here. The smaller the brush, the more control you have over where you put this Mod Podge. Have this side get a little big, make it a little more black. Pushing it here. You want to work a little fast. We're gonna have a cheetah with a oh, that's okay. Almost done. Well, I thought we were almost done. You see, I'm not being really perfect about it. I'm just brushing it on and just trying to make sure that the edges are smooth. Yeah, this one I'm a little close, but it's on the bottom of the cup, so that's okay. Now I see the brown escaped here, so I'm just going to cover that. No one will ever know that you made a mistake. They'll think that it was all intentional by the time you get done. Get the glue out of my ferrule. We'll continue painting. Another piece of green glitter. I don't know where that came from. Try for one more. Oh, I missed one here. Okay. After this is dry, this is what I will do. I will go back and brush this off just to make sure that everything looks good. and then I will spray seal it with some, oh, I don't know, maybe triple thick. Two rounds, so I'm going to try to make this look more oblong, or just not round anyway. Put just a little dent right there. But you see how I'm covering. Putting glue just over the brown so that there will be no gold peeking through when I put the black on. And no rhyme or reason, just put a spot here, put a spot there. Just don't put them so real close together like I did right there. That's a little too close. But then, you know, who's to say that that's not normal? Maybe once or twice there is something that's really close. But I wouldn't do the entire cup. Okay, I think I have them all. So what do you think? Let me put this on my stick. Give it a little bang. Sorry for the noise. Let that dry for another hour. And then I will spray it, and let's see. Should I do the resin on as part of the video? I can do that. I can show you how much it usually takes. It usually takes, well, if I'm lucky, I can do it in one coat, but it usually takes two. But that's how I do a Cheetah Cup. And so what we'll do is probably tomorrow, after this dries, I have to spray it and let it dry again. But I'm working on another project. Excuse me. So what I'll do is I'll come back tomorrow and we will put some resin on it and we will finish the video. So for me, I'll see you tomorrow. For you, I'll see you in a second. Hi guys, I'm back. It is the next day for me, and I am going to put resin on this cup. I'm using Stone Coat Art Coat. I have 40 milliliters. Because the measuring cups that I use, they're silicone. They go in increments of 10, and so it's really hard for me to eyeball 15. I really wanted just 30, but 20 would be too little. So I'm not worried about the air bubbles. Oh crap. One sec. Okay, I'm back. I forgot my torch. So you'd get this plugged in. My resin is all mixed up. Ugh. And it doesn't matter to me which way this is going, other than the fact that it's not screwed in tight. There we go. I see a purple flake now. What can you do? So let me unplug this. I gotta get that out. I don't want to put resin over it. See if I can very carefully pick out this purple without digging into the gold. Okay. Plugging it back in. Nope, now there's a green one. What the heck? I think my gold is contaminated. I did spray this yesterday. With a clear coat. So that it would seal it, because what you want to do is you want to keep it in place. If you don't seal it and you don't get all of the excess knocked off, it can bleed in the resin. Oh, I got a hole in my glove. That's alright, I don't use the back of my hand. So, okay, I'm just going to pour a little bit and smear it on. More than a little bit. I like to have a goodly dose, because it needs to soak in to the glitter. And I'm going to run my finger around the edge of the cup. See how that soaks in really fast? Maybe I will use all 40 milliliters, I don't know. I need to put some on the bottom of the cup. Oop. The bottom of this cup has got a concave to it, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out with the resin. I know that it evens out, but my goal is to do this in one coat. Who knows if that's going to work. And if it gets inside the cup, that's fine, because I have a very clean way to get it out. I just want to make sure I get a good coat around the top. Oh, I just dripped on my foot. We might as well just use it all. Whatever drips off, drips off. There's nothing I can do about that. Are you guys too close? My apologies if it is. I set the camera up on the tripod and just got you in frame. So now I'm just going to try to smooth it out a little, and then we will torch. Make sure that everything is covered. I'm going to have an issue with that little pokey thingy right there. Well, looks like I'm going to need more than one coat after all. Get some of this down here in the end of the cup. I'm going to take this glove off. And now we're going to torch it. I'm using a Torch 400. I just got it off of Amazon. I think it was less than 20 bucks. So I'm just going to... My label's coming off. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to torch it really fast. I'm not going to hold it in one place for very long. This will remove the bubbles, will heat up the resin and get it more, less viscous so that it will run what am I thinking? What is wrong with my mind? We want it to move so that it will become even. And I think I think I have my turner propped up too high. So I'm going to take out one of these. See, if I let this run level, I always get a bubble, you know, a rim, a big fat rim, and I always have to end up sanding it off. So what I do is I take and I prop this up so that it makes the top plane of the cup level. And my label is not sticking. What is wrong? Well, I'll babysit it. But anyways, that's it. I'll probably come back and torch this in another half hour or so just to make sure that all the bubbles leached out of the glitter. I won't show you that because it's just the same exact thing of what I'm doing here. And we'll get the bottom. So we'll see you in I don't know, maybe 10-12 hours depending on how long it takes for this to cure so I can touch it, and I will show you the end result. Okay guys, here is the finished piece. And it's going to need a second coat, obviously. Because at some point during the night, or during the evening, my husband came down and shut off the light that is connected to a power strip, which is also connected to my turner. And I got this line. So I'm gonna have to sand that off. But anyways, I'll end the video here just so you can see. This will need another coat. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and try them. Try making some cheetah prints. Okay? Thanks so much for joining me. And I hope that you, if you haven't already, you'll subscribe, like, and share this video with your crafting friends. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye.